we start with a super simple task. Okay, I need 2 people here in side control. Guys, 2 people there in side control. And Vim has, yeah, you can go on hold, yeah, chest to chest and stay there, okay? So Vim has the hardest task ever. Don't do anything. Yeah? Don't laugh because you will all start to do all the stupid things. Top person, don't do anything. Let the bottom player for 3 minutes either reset the guard or rotate so that they go with 2 knees on the mat. Example, reset any guard, half guard, butterfly, anything, reset the guard, and then just lets him reset the guard. Go back to side control, rotate any direction so that you have 2 knees on the mat, like turtle. And then just lets him do it. Okay? Just this for 3 minutes and switch top to bottom every time that one of these 2 things happens. Easy, clear, go.
Recover guard
Emotion control, whatever. Time. So guys, same as before, okay? So you're starting from side control. The job of top player is to maintain chest to chest contact. That's your job, okay? But you must keep your hands on the floor. Do not use your hands on bottom player. Only maintain chest to chest contact. Clear? Yeah. Bottom player, again, you win if you reset a guard, not a knee shield, a guard. Butterfly, half guard, close guard, yeah? Or if you turn, if you rotate and you go with both your knees on the mat, pretty much if you go to turtle, okay? Regardless of which direction. And every time it happens, you switch top to bottom again. Okay? Clear? Sorry? Top player has a continuous task. You stay there, you try to maintain chest-to-chest connection, okay? But you cannot bring your hands, you cannot use your hands. Your hands need to be on the floor. Okay. That you can do. Your hands are on the floor and you maintain chest to chest. Okay? Switch every time that you either have a guard or you turn to 4. Go! Okay, guys, if I look around and I see what's happening, I think I should change the class and do bottom escapes instead. Because, seriously, look, can somebody come on top of me, please? Do you think that it is of any help to me when I'm on the bottom to hug them? Like he wants to keep me down and I'm helping him. So what almost everybody is doing, and I truly don't understand, you hug the person and then you try to move. I am holding myself at the bottom, yeah? So if I see this, I want to change the class and make bottom person behavior instead. So from the bottom, please, don't hug the person, okay? Try instead to pummel your hands in your pocket where you're free to move, or use them on their arms and legs. Do not use your hands on the chest of top player because you cannot bench press them away. Yeah, unless of course there is a significant weight difference and strength and whatever else, but that's not the point. Okay, guys? Should we do bottom escapes instead of top control? Maybe we should. Okay, you're here, so maybe both. Yeah, maybe both. Maybe we do tips. Okay, so okay, let's try to stick to top player. Okay, I will make believe like I did not see the bad behavior you had from the bottom, and we'll talk about top player anyway. I don't move, you take my back, but your head and your elbows cannot touch the mat. Take my back, please. Without touching the floor or me with your elbows. Now,
Wait. Don't.
it
Serious.
gets complicated, right?
Serious?
Or take my back, but keep your elbows on the mat.
You take your back, keep it on.
Yeah. So, being on top, you do. If I hug him and squeeze him and everything, to a degree, yes, I control him, but it's not this that create movement, it's this that create movement, okay? So instead of trying to control the big chunk and leave all these things creating movement, I want you to focus on the extremities. So now the job of the player is to maintain chest-to-chest contact if necessary, maybe it's not necessary, see what happens, but mostly focus on not letting the elbow of the bottom player touch the mat. Okay? So I'm on top, and everything I will try to do is I will try to not let Wim's elbow touch in the mat. And again, the game ends if he resets a guard or if he manages to turn to 4. Clear? My focus is keeping his elbows away from the mat, just that. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Go. Class is done. Open mat for the next 40 minutes. So, is the top player more annoying where he's controlling the elbow or not?
Yes.
Yeah? Do not let those elbows touch the mat. Particularly, I want you to focus on the bottom arm or generally the arm closer to you. Okay? Because look, thank you. Now it's hard to get the correct angle for the camera because either I give my shoulders to everyone. Yeah. Let's keep this side. You see this elbow? If you want to go to the back, his elbow has to disappear and he has to go on the floor. It has to go there. Okay? As long as this elbow does not touch the floor, either because I hold it or because I use my hip into his armpit, right? And now he wants to go to the mat, to the back. He gets stuck there. I don't need to fight the entirety of his body. I just need to control this tiny part, right? Of course, the next step is this, the other elbow. And what a lot of you fail here, let's say, you're still going to hold the shoulder. I understand that it's a big chunk of meat. It makes you feel like you are controlling something, but you are not, because I'm attached to the shoulder, but the arm is moving. And when that elbow it's the mat, you see, the head starts to go, the shoulder goes. Now these arm are more space, and so on and so on. No elbow on the mat. Again, please. No elbow on the mat. There. You see where is my hand? My hand is right behind his elbow. I keep it like my good late friend Ottavio used to say. I keep my hand in the same position I would keep to drink my beer. I don't cup. I just go here. Yes, guys? No? You see that? Move your arm. Just move your arm around. Okay? And here, move your arm around. It's different, right? This elbow also does not go on the mat. So now I can try to be chest to chest, and I only focus on controlling the position of his elbows. The more you focus on the chest, the more you're leaving space to the arms, to pummel, go put the elbow inside, everything starts to happen there. Yeah? You're hugging him, you're squeezing him, you're not controlling him. The big misunderstanding is between contact and control, because a lot of people, especially at the beginner level, they think that the more contact they have, the more control they have. But these two things don't go together, because I might have very little contact. Can you rotate that direction now? All the control that I need. Make sense? So, same position again, hold chest to chest, focus on the elbows, not the shoulders. Don't make those elbows touch the mat. You can use your hands, you can put your hip in between elbow and their hip. Just don't let those elbow touch the mat. Okay, guys? Anything else I wanted to say? Oh, yes. Another spot that you might focus on is the head. Okay, this spot of the head. That's the other point that if it touches the mat, creates movement. Like if for you know when they push your head away and bridge, it needs that. Bridge? No. Right? Control. The other spot that you can try to control is this. Reset the guard. Look at the head. Reset the guard. You see? The head has to come here so that the hip goes there and now the leg has space. Reset the guard. No. No. If the head is not coming here, the hip is not going there, the legs are not coming inside. So once again, do you control the whole body, all the strength? No. Do not let the elbow touch the mat, and if possible, the head also. Clear? Good. Go play with it. Ideally, the more we go on, the worse it's going to be for the bottom player. Because I'm not telling the bottom player anything else than turn to 4 or reset your guard. I'm not giving cue for the bottom to improve your escape. That's not the point today. Yeah? Which is a shitty. So it's going to be shittier and shittier and shittier to be on the bottom, right? So from the top, be a nice training partner, and if at some point you know that they're not going anywhere anymore, switch. Switch if they win, switch if you know that they're not going anywhere anymore. So, is it getting better? Yeah? Cool. Questions? Erin? She had a question, but she doesn't dare to make it in front of everyone.
You want me to come and show you?
Yes.
Are you as flexible as me?
Yes. No, I am not. So you take Sebi.
You can come.
You call me flexible.
Well, that's what I mean. Okay, so if we have a problem like Sebi here, and you, yeah,
Sebi is a problem.
for example, like you have this here,
Yeah.
this point, maybe it was here, you have this here, everything is controlled, and then, bam, then,
Okay. So first of all, why did you went up with your hip and everything?
because it creates a moving part. Wait,
It doesn't,
why?
because you look. Can I?
Yeah.
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 I do everything and squeeze, and if I lift and I go like this, my body weight is going in the direction of my head, not there,
Okay,
right?
so you don't think that's
So-
what my knees.
So that's the first part.
Yes.
Yeah. Second part, again, pressure has nothing to do with control. Contact has nothing to do with control. It's not that the more contact you have, the more control you have. And it's not that the more pressure, whatever pressure is, you put, the more control you have. Control is how I'm making sure that your movement is under control. You understand?
Yes.
Right? That's just like this, it's much more control than pressure and contact and blah 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 blah. Because when the elbows are not going anywhere, for the rest of the body it becomes complicated. And as you might have noticed, the more flexible guys will start to bring the leg up, right? Now, every time I am pinning somebody, pinning means I'm on the top, legs are not involved. I need to cover the shoulders and I also need to cover the hip, right? So, next task, start from the same position, okay? Maintain chest to chest, make sure that the elbows are not going anywhere. That's the core of everything. Also when you're passing the guard, yeah, the bottom elbow, the elbow that's on your side, this elbow should never touch the mat, okay? Focus on that. Additionally, you want to be sure that both his shoulders and his hip are covered by pieces of your body. Might look like this, might look here, right? Might be here. Okay, can you invest now? Nope. Right? Now there is a pin because I'm covering both lines. Good? Yes, no?
Yes.
So, once again, same starting position, okay? What do I do from the top? I make sure that his elbows are not touching the floor. Yeah? If I can also make sure that his head does not touch the floor, or maybe one elbow and the head, all this, let's say 2 out of these 3 points are not touching the floor. And additionally, I want to cover this line and cover this line. How you do it, it's up to you. And then in 5 minutes, we talk again. Okay?
For me, it's like it is. I lift nothing.
Is it getting worse and worse for the person on the bottom? Huh? Yeah? Good. Let me think a moment. Okay. Any question? Somebody had a question. Yes.
Yes, when you want to submit from that position, do you create the opening yourself, or do you let the opening be found?
I know it sounds extremely philosophical, blood bullshit, grandmaster, but I'm serious when I explain this, yeah? And I've been talking about this a lot lately. I can control my behavior and my actions. I cannot control your behavior and your actions, okay? Life-wise. So when I'm doing jiu-jitsu, I try to have a good behavior. So I try to have my good posture. I try to have all the things aligned the way they should be aligned. I try to maintain my balance, how I know that balance can maintain, and I will make sure that your body is as spreaded as possible, right? From there, normally submissions, advancement of positions, everything else happens. It is, I don't know if I don't actually know, do I search submission, or they just, to me, it just happens. And if they don't happen, then they don't happen. Yeah, I'm not very aggressive. You see what I mean? I try to have a good jiu-jitsu, and then you do your things that I am not in control of, and now maybe I get an underhook, and from there I can exploit, and now it's a submission. That's how I approach this thing. This does not mean that you cannot aggressively search for submissions, right? Because of course, the moment I control your elbows and your arms start to flap around away from your body, it's going to be easier to get control of one arm and start to twisting or straight that arm. Make sense? Yes, guys? Perfect. So, other questions? Some problems that you had? No. No.
Maybe.
Finally. Do 2 at the same time, of course. Go.
Okay, so what if you use this elbow and it's already on the ground, but you otherwise control his other elbows on the head? Is it worth fighting to get it back, or maybe switch to the taking the back or something?
Decision you have to take on the moment. I fight as much as I can to avoid that the bottom elbow is on the floor. Okay? The next thing that I will try to control is the bottom leg. For the same reason. Yeah? Okay, I need someone, please. You wanted to volunteer, so. No. Stand up. Stop. Go back. Go back. Stand up. Look at his leg. See? The bottom leg. Good. Go back. Go back. Stand up. This foot does not touch the mat. Go up on your feet. No. Do a technical stand up, right? But yeah, you need this leg. So when you try to stand up, I make sure that the bottom leg does not touch the floor. Normally, from any position, if you try to stand up or to rotate, if I make sure that the bottom leg does not touch the floor, I'll win this exchange, right? So here, you control with his elbow, right? Yeah. You start to rotate. Oh. See, where is my foot? Look what's happening here. How much contact do I have on you?
Very little.
Do you feel controlled?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah? And again, the spot that I'm going to control over this leg, yeah, is not up here on the hip. It's behind the elbow, right above the knee. That's the spot that you want to control. Once you have this under control, it's very hard for him to do any other movement from there. Okay? Yes, no? Yeah? The more he can shrink himself, the harder it's going to be to control him. Elbows start to come in, knees start to come in, but if I can keep him in a state of extension, right? Your movement is very difficult. Well, for me, it's fairly easy to control you. So again, we're not changing the rules. I stay on top, I maintain chest to chest. I do not want your elbow to touch the mat. I don't want this to touch the mat. Of course, I cannot control everything at the same time. Yeah, but you know, experiment, try, and you will get very fast a feeling of that spot that you need to avoid that has movement. And because what was the next step? The next step was cover the hip, cover the shoulders, right? In doing that, try to make contact not with the hip, but with this part, this line right above the knees. Focusing again on what? The closer limb, the bottom, not with this too. You see? Okay, guys? Yes, no?
Yes.
Go, play. Thanks. The idea is not to lift it, it's more of a wedge, right? So you're moving, just putting something there so that this leg is not coming inside. Oh, this elbow shouldn't be on the bottom. There, stay. Okay, go. See? There, yeah. If I lift it, I'm going to use a lot of strength, especially this. Really, don't do that, right? So you keep expanding what I want to do from the top, right? I want to control that line. Yes, no? Elbow not on the floor, head under control. Nice, right? Now, if he starts, if something, keep going. If something like half guard starts to happen, or something like this, that you want to be on top all the time. Okay? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't allow half guards to happen. How do you avoid that? When the knee starts to come inside, instead of fighting them, ride them, put them down, start to step on it. You can work your mount from the legs. You don't need to be on top of him. And then the rest is the same. You see that elbow? Yeah, I cannot allow that elbow on the floor. There. Make sense? Cannot allow this elbow on the floor. I'll keep riding the leg. Look. You see where I'm sitting? I sit on the zip. They start to bounce me everywhere, especially when it's bigger, explosive, and everything. Plus, these things start to happen, right? Why? Because I'm focusing on this instead of controlling the extremities. But it's the extremities that generate movement. Stop those. Yes, no? Same. We're starting here. Beware of the elbows. That's absolutely the first thing. Beware of the elbow. The second thing will be cover the hip and the shoulder. Once you are doing that, if you can, put everything under your legs. Ride them. Not on the hip. There's a lot of movement happening here. Not there. And here is the same. You see what's happening here? Wait a moment. If he wants to push the leg free, the head has to go there so that the hip goes there. The head does not go there, the hip is not going anywhere. Instead of fighting this, which is pretty strong, I just don't allow that. Yes, no?
Yeah.
Hands on the floor. Why do I have the hands on the floor and I don't go like this? Every time you turn the position of your arm into a bicep curl, you are grabbing something and bringing it to your chest. When I start to stack myself to him, because I turn my arms into a bicep curl, when he rolls, I will start to roll with him. And that's where you always lose the the position. Yeah? If instead you're already riding, you have a good position, you're here, there, and now he wants to roll you left and right. No. Make sense? I'm not giving him control of my body. Like this, you are making sure that this movement affects your body. Okay?
Yes.
So now we're making it a bit more interesting. You mind? Play. And we're starting here. Your hands are in your pocket, okay? And both my hands are on this side. I have chest to chest. Okay? I'm starting here because it's one way like another to create a more open situation, a more scrambled situation, where I actually have to work to find all the controls that I need. Okay? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Another way that you could start is this. Mix it up. Start sometimes with both hands on this side, sometimes with both hands on this side. My job will be control the elbow, cover the hip and the shoulder, spread him everywhere, ride the legs. Yes? When you reset the guard or you turn to 4, you win and we switch. Okay, guys? Go. There are pathways and tactics that are just more efficient, right? And there's no way, there's no reason you shouldn't just be, now that you have a lot of context after 1 hour about controlling the elbows, the knee, hip, shoulder, everything, okay? I would like you to try to think like this. You mind, please? Okay. Let's say I'm passing the guard. Tactically, it's a good decision once you pass the guard to go as north-south as possible, so that is harder for him to involve the legs in any form of retention. Make sense? So tactically, it's a good decision to pass directly to north-south, fuck side control. Once I'm in north-south, what do you start to do? Elbows, head, just like we talked for 1 hour, right? But now I still want to score. I'm going to score with a mount or with a back take, right? So what happened there with you, right? Because especially if this elbow is under control, it will rotate in my direction to recover the guard. That's where you start to have knee on belly. Yeah? And it's so much easier if I set it up from north-south because I actually have space to move, right? Now I can start to go to the mount. The one thing you need to be careful when you go with the transition is to never look at him because he's ugly and you don't. Sorry, because he's not attractive. I rotate, right? And then on belly, I start to go. I look at him. That, and that's where you lose the mount all the time. I pass the guard directly to north-south. I start to go here. I look away. And now, even if he tries to roll me, I keep my balance. Yes, no? Because if I look there, I will rotate with him. If I look there and he tries to push me, I keep my balance. You see this head? Go. No. Now at the elbow. Do I hug him super close like this? Lot of contact, yes. Do I have control? No. Especially again if I look at him, and now we fly. Like this. Under the elbow, under the head. Look away. Go now. There's nothing. And now, where are you? Who asked about submissions? There. See? Now I have the submission. Now you start to isolate the arm and you go for it. It just happens, why? Because I had the good behavior all the way. Make sense? So you can start from the same position, and you can try to score. Go for the mount, go for the back take, right? How do you do that? Go north-south. Allow yourself space to work. Control the elbow, control the head, the knee goes on top. Careful the direction we are watching. Maintain control. It's not about contact, it's not about pressure, it's about control. Maintain control like that and see if you can score a mount or a back mount. 2 minutes, and then it's open mat. And then it's picture, and then it's open mat. Go.